So yesterday I saw a brand new shark film in the theaters. It's called Deep Water. Now this movie is directed by Renny Harlin, who's actually no stranger to shark movies because he's the one that actually directed Deep Blue Sea. Now even though that movie wasn't like perfect and it was a bit over the top and kind of silly, it was still an entertaining shark movie nonetheless. So he does have his credentials. And he's the one that also directed Die Hard 2. And with that in mind, I knew that Deep Water was going to be full of action, no matter how silly or over the top it was going to be. Now, this movie stars Aaron Eckhart and Ben Kingsley as Ben and Rich. Now, they're both airplane co-pilots, and they're flying in an international plane from LA to Shanghai, China. Long story short, something happens in the plane's cargo hold that causes the plane to explode. And with their expertise, Ben and Rich, they're able to pilot the plane into the ocean, even though the plane like crashes and it splits into 3 parts. Now the plane crash sequence, that was actually really intense. Now I have to give the director a lot of credit because he went into a lot of detail of the chaos that goes on inside of that plane when it was about to crash. Now that's just the beginning of the problems because not only are they stuck in the middle of the ocean, but they're surrounded by a bunch of man-eating sharks. I don't know what kind of sharks these were when I first saw the movie. I knew that they weren't great whites, but after looking at them more closely, I feel like they were mako sharks, but I could be wrong about that. But in the movie, they just ate a bunch of people. They also even flew out of the water. Now this movie was a good shark movie. I was really entertained. There are a bunch of people getting eaten. There are a bunch of sharks just swimming everywhere. The one thing I really liked about the movie was the human element. You know, you have people fighting against each other. You have people helping each other. Like you really get to learn about the characters and their backstories. So I really enjoyed that element of the movie more than like the actual sharks themselves. There were actually moments where I was like bawling during the film because like just learning about these characters and what they're going through in their own personal lives and just them just helping each other during these shark attacks. It was actually really touching to see. So I teared up a little more than I should have in a shark movie, but you know what? Hey, movies can get emotional and that's why we love movies. What I also really loved about this movie was that no person was safe. You think certain characters are going to live throughout the entire film, only for that person to get eaten like 5 seconds later. So this movie had a lot of unpredictability, which I really liked. You never knew who was going to die. You never knew what was going to happen. The action, of course, it was a bit over the top, but you know what? It's a shark movie. Who cares? I love shark movies. Plus the director, he made Deep Blue Sea, he made Die Hard 2, so some crazy action scenes are to be expected in this movie, and I thought they were all really entertaining. Overall, Deep Water was an entertaining shark movie. It's not the best shark movie I've seen, but it was a lot more emotional than I anticipated, which really caught me by surprise. The sharks themselves, I thought they were pretty cool. You know, they were vicious. The movie itself was actually pretty violent, but you know, that's expected in almost any shark movie that you see. Thank you guys again for watching this movie review. Until the next movie, peace.